Last video I was recording, all I hear is you in the background. Winton. Anyway, okay, let's get this started.
He's like, what?
G'day everyone, Adam here, going Overland. We've got
Winton,
and
Haley.
and we are doing a quick rig rundown of the Patrol. We have done a lot of changes since our last video, which was pre-lap of Australia. Incredibly, I have managed to strip out 100 kilograms of weight out of the car, even with all this extra stuff I've added. So really happy with that. I just want to run through quickly all those changes, all the accessories, which is a lot. So we'll run through real quick. Any questions, just shoot me a comment below and I'll get back to you. But look, I've had this car for 15 years, I think. It's a budget build. It's a real life build where we use it. It has to do multiple things too. We do camper trailer camping. We do swag camping with just me and one kid and two dogs, me and two kids, or me and Larissa. And like I said, then we tow the camper trailer and has to take everyone on board. So it's got a lot of accessories and it's very flexible. So I love it. All right, let's get into this week's video.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot. All right, we're just going to jump in here real quick. We've been invited to show our car at the Brisbane 4Drive show at the R&A Showgrounds on Saturday the 16th.
Yeah.
So if you're interested, come down, meet us, see the car, see all our imperfections on the car. It's not perfect, but I'm going to be busy next couple of days detailing this car, cleaning it all up.
Yeah,
and,
the shirt shows it.
Yeah, just gave the car service. So yeah, if you want to meet us or the car, come down to Brisbane 4Drive show Saturday the 16th of March.
Yeah.
March. All right, now everyone usually starts with under the bonnet and suspension, all that crap, but look, most of you guys watching this probably don't have a Patrol, let alone a GQ Patrol, so let's start with the interesting stuff, the accessories on the outside, which is, you know, it doesn't matter what car you have, these sort of accessories will work on any vehicle. So let's start off with the big thing, the drifter awning. Had this thing for maybe 7 or 8 months now. Look, really happy with it. Bear in mind, if you do buy one though, it is narrow on the side, okay? That's the only thing you got to keep in mind. We purchased this one because A, it was 18 kilos and it works when our trailer's on the back. So happy with that. We got a King's wall, which just Velcros onto it. So look, plenty of room for a swag and to walk under here. Next up, what do we got? We got solar for RV, 100 watt solar panel on top. This thing is great. The other day I saw it was putting 8 amps into our lithium battery. So fantastic. Got a custom made wind deflector I put on the roof racks. That was just a bit of leftover flashing from my building. What else we got? We got our decal on the side there. If you remember at Lap Australia, our car was pitted with stone damage along the bottom there. Even before the Lap Australia, it was before we had our side steps put on. So that's on there just to cover the stone damage, but it looks fantastic. All right, we've got Haley swag here. What do we got? We got mud flaps, extended mud flaps on a chain. I've had a few comments, why are they on a chain? Well, that's so when you're reversing in sand and mud, the mud flap doesn't get hooked onto the tyre and tear off. Okay, back of the car. This is where some of the interesting stuff is happening. We are running one of these old-fashioned blue stoves now. I hate firing away all those little gas bottles. So, and you get a 2-burner. So really happy with that. And to fit the gas bottle now, we put a cheap little galvanized bracket on the top, on the roof racks. Okay, Waco 65 litre dual zone, had this thing for years, it's a beast. Dun & Watson fridge slide, works really good. That thing is pretty old too now. Okay, on the side here, you can probably see we've actually got 2 20 litre water tanks. One is from Ironman, this is just one of those Pro Quip ones. These are made in Australia, these are pretty good. And I just put a couple of fittings on there to run the tap out so we can wash our hands or for cooking. It's right there. Little light here. I've got it actually a little wide up here for that. That's just from Anaconda. It's a June one. This is where it sort of gets really interesting. This is my new drawers I've made. Our old drawers, I took them out and weighed them. They were 15 kilos each side. And this side I've actually taken all the bearings out. So another 3 kilos of bearings and bolts and everything else, accessories. So I've taken and this drawer I made out of timber, before I get carried away. This drawer now weighs 5 kilograms. So I went from a 15 kilo drawer to 5 kilo on this side. That side's been removed completely. And it's just like a locker. So the long-term storage of like spare parts, tools that I barely need, they all get jammed in the bag. Camping gear gets put under there, and I've got access to that when the fridge is out. Or if I can't open the door all the way because the trailer's there or something, I can still get into there. And this side here, I've put all my camera gear in there, all my tools, toiletry stuff in there. It's the same size as our old drawers, which were Outback systems. Outback's quality.
Really?
They were quality drawers, but just too heavy. Like, why do I need a 15 kilo drawer if I only put 5 kilos of weight in there? Okay, this is where the dogs normally sit. So I just made some timber barriers up so they don't fall onto the fridge or get caught behind the fridge as we're moving it in and out. And then on trips like this, the dogs are actually in the middle of the car. We just fill that up with gear. So timber there, it's lightweight, doesn't rattle, cheap. I had to line around, so bang. Back of the car, you'll see on our windows, you know, everyone gets these custom covers made up. This is a camp mat from like Kmart with the reflective stuff on side. So does a fantastic job. We tested on our lap Australia. This side here I nearly burnt my hand on. On the inside it was cool to touch. Cool, not just warm, it was cool. All right, with the awning as well, I've made up some poles for from a King's awning. The old King's awnings we used to run in the car. I've recycled the poles and I just put some elastic straps on there. So when the awning lifts up, the poles don't fall out. So easy way, just zip tie, some elastic, shock cord, and yeah, they don't fall out. Because we had it one night where, yeah, big storm come through and they all lifted up and all the poles fell out, even though it was tied down. Because I do run elastic on the ropes, stop the pegs getting pulled out. Okay, back of the car, we've got an old light. I don't even know where that was from. It's just an LED one. Runs off a 3-way switch, runs off reverse, or I can just flick it on when the keys are in ignition. We got a super cheap bag for the bin, fantastic. This is our Ironman shower tent. This thing's held up pretty well, it has. The bag is not waterproof though when you're driving and it's raining, so you always got to get home and open it up so you don't get any mold going in there. Here's our new setup. We have now got a FlexTowel lithium battery water pump, which is fantastic. You just drop that in your bucket of water, turn it on, hot water comes out the top here. And it's so water efficient. Okay, I'm running around this side. We have our MaxTrax holders, which are custom made. And on a budget, they have just 2 bolts into the roof racks with wing nuts on it. So I can run 2 or 4 up there, or I can take it off together. What did that cost me? $3 in bolts?
What? Yes! All right.
Okay, moving around, we got mirrors. Here we go. We got these mirrors just put on there. They were from Autobarn for like $5 or $10 a side. So I didn't want the clear view ones. They were too wide for us for what we need. But I just need a little bit of extra vision. We got the Ozcam, I think they're Ozcam or Ozcar low profile weather shields for your windows, which is fantastic. You don't hit your head on them or anything like that. They don't stick out too wide. And the bonnet protector as well. Front of the car, we have got a TJM bull bar, Ironman winch, 12,000 pounds, and the Ogs Beam driving lights. We have been offered by so many companies new driving lights, and I always ask them, is it better than this one? And they always come back to me, oh, it'd be about the same. Well, you know what? This light, I am super stoked with this, how it works. So we did get this for free. It's probably maybe one of the only things on the car we did get for free. The rest I've bought myself, or Larissa's bought me as a present. I love it. The two big lights in the middle just shine so far down the road. Great spot, great spread. Thing just works. Okay, one of the biggest changes that we've done is the lithium battery setup. We, for years, for probably close to the whole time I've had this vehicle, yeah, since I got it, we have run a lead acid under the bonnet, 100 amp hour, and lately we just find we are cooking those more and more and more. So we are only getting 2 or 3 years of use out of those batteries. They're not cheap. They're like $300 from memory. Our 50 amp hour lithium battery was $400. And, you know, I'm expecting to get about 8-10 years out of that battery. So we've also saved putting that battery in. We have saved 24 kilos, and I took a few other things out. We're up to like 26 kilos with that install alone. Weight saving. That's after I put all that extra battery in and stuff and all the wiring. We have still saved 26 kilos.
Hey. Don't do that. Nose is just about to get to the... Yeah, it's okay so far. It's okay. Is it maxed out? The drawbars on the ground. The bull bar's just about to hit the dirt. Drawbar's making a big scrape.
That's alright.
We'll have to check the wiring later.
Oh, look underneath, Mum.
I know.
All underneath.
Yep, there's a bit of an angle on the tow ball.
That's alright. Those wires locked up. Yep.
No, they're fine now. They're rolling.
Now this is the 1993 GQ DX Patrol. So DX means it's the bottom of the range. That means I got manual windows. I don't have power windows. I don't have electric mirrors or any electrics like that. Vinyl floor as well, which is, you know, back in the day it was fine. Nowadays no one, you know, everyone looks down on that. But 30 years down the track, I wiped this car out after a muddy camping trip and it still looks like new inside. Yes, it's got 30 years of use and not exactly new, but it still looks fantastic. Everything works on it. It has got 360,000 on the clock. With the bigger tyres, it's probably more like 400,000 on it. It is an original vehicle. It is not a rebuild vehicle. It's got zero rust in it. It has been maintained. It's a maintained vehicle. So it had a respray about 15, 16 years ago, maybe 17. It was about a year or two before we bought it. It had been resprayed. Engine has never been apart. Gearbox standard, original gearbox, original diffs, they've never been done. It's just the axle seals, you know, they've been done. Bearings have been done. Front has got the air locker installed, but it's an original vehicle, just been maintained and well used, but well looked after. Okay, tyres and rims. We get asked a lot about tyres and rims. We are running the BFG all-terrains. The rear tyres are actually the tyres from our Lapid Australia, and the other two are on the trailer. One was damaged on the sidewall, so they've been moved to the trailer. Mate, I rate them. They are fantastic. They have held up really well. Only thing I can say is the rear tyres are very hard to balance now. I do hear I think they're the KO3s are a lot better for balancing. So they are staying on the back because on the front there is a vibration from them. They are 33 by 12.5 on a 15-inch rim, and the rims are 8-inch wide with I think a -22 offset. So on the inside we've got a Uniden CB, we've got a GME antenna, the old-fashioned ones, they work great. We've got, geez, a Kenwood radio that's running off a 3-way switch, so I can actually run it without the keys in the car. We got phone holders, we have got a shunt mounted in there so I can see exactly what the battery's doing. We've got trailer brakes, we have got pyro gauge for the exhaust temp. We've got voltmeter for the starting battery. We've got a VIFO dash cam, 3 cameras, which is fantastic. Really loving that. We run the HEMA maps. That's really good. And we have also got a turbo timer in there, an old-fashioned turbo timer. You don't see too many of those on the new vehicles. Okay, now moving on to more of the specifics for the Patrol. It's got a Denko turbo, 14 PSI boost. The injector pump has been modified to suit that. I think it's got a 10 or 11 mil pump in it, boost compensator, all that stuff. Puts out good power, more than I need. Well, you know, it's an old car. It's perfect when there's no trailer on it. When the big trailer's on there, you do notice it. But you know what? It does the job great. What else we got? We've got ARB air locker. We have got a 3-inch suspension lift with superior coils. We're running the EFS Extreme shock absorbers, which are adequate.
In the back, we're also running Airbag Man airbags. They've been on the car for a good year now. They've been fantastic.
We're also running a Safari Tough clutch under there. They are really impressive, they are. Mate, with the trailer on, and if I'm getting up, I can chirp second gear. Probably shouldn't. I'll probably end up breaking the gearbox or diff, but you know, it's not a Lanka as a 79, so it'll probably do that for the rest of its life. We are also running a 75 litre auxiliary fuel tank from Long Range Automotive. What else are we running? We are running some LED lights in the Patrol. They make a big difference. And ARB air compressors mounted under the bonnet because of the diff lock. And extra wiring everywhere for all our accessories.
Another thing we've recently done is put a new PWR aluminium radiator in. And the reason for that is the old one, probably about 15 years old, it sprung a leak on the side of the tank. And on closer inspection, it had actually been rubbing on 2 of the body mounts. And it's probably only rubbing on the really bad corrugated roads, but it's at the point where I can't trust it anymore.
We've got it's a TJM AirTech snorkel. One day I'd like to upgrade to the Safari snorkel, probably even the big one, I forget what they're called, but they're super wide. It'll actually cover this hole here. But I just can't justify $500 why this thing still works great. You would get extra airflow. Whether that would relate to extra horsepower, I don't know, but you know, it is what it is.
Dad, halt, there's another car.
Okay, I think that is everything on the Patrol. I probably missed a few things in there. I just want to do a quick sort of video, just showing you guys what we've got. Another thing as well, I have forgotten, we did change the steel roof racks for Ozcam or Ozcar alloy roof racks. We did save another 25 kilograms up there. I removed a whole heap of brackets, how all the awnings and stuff were mounted on there. So yeah, we've saved a lot of weight up on top, which has been fantastic. And yeah, saving that 100 kilos of weight, you do notice that on these trips, especially without the trailer on there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Any questions about any of the gear we're running, just leave us a comment. I'll get back to you guys.
Oh.
And yes, Haley?
We've got air mattresses.
Yeah, that's...
No, like the ones in this fur.
Oh, yeah.
And then we've also got 2 dogs that always run.
Yeah. 2 crazy dogs that just love camping, they do.
An Australia flag.
Yes. All right, I think that's everything. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave us a comment, and yeah, we'll see you on the next video. Cheers, guys.
Bye.